Chin up, stiff upper lip. Real men don't ask for help. Today, these ideas no longer hold true, especially if you have advanced prostate cancer. Ask your doctor about your PSMA status. One scan could change the course of your advanced prostate cancer journey, because asking for help is the manliest thing you can do. Visit scanforpsma.com for the doctor discussion guide, which can help you navigate your next appointment. Sponsored by Novartis.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Billy goats, cats, rabbits, squirrels, and turtles, if that's what you are. Welcome back to another episode of I Hate the Homies podcast, episode number 121. Rock Teasy is who I be.
What squirrels and turtles do you know that got listening devices, homie? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Raider Nation, Mr. Go Blue, man, and I hate the homies, Griff.
And it's your boy Super Dave, but guess what, y'all?
We don't
care.
I'm going to tell you what we do care about, though. College football playoffs are set, baby. We're going to break down each first round matchup. We're going to break down the bye, who got the byes. We're going to talk about did they get it right or not. All that good stuff, man. Then we got the Heisman Trophy candidates, the finalists, the top four. And we're going to give you guys our opinions on who we think is going to win that bad boy. And then Caitlin Clark, she won Time Magazine Athlete of the Year and showing much love to all of her black allies and black peers and athletes and so on and so forth. So she's using her platform to highlight that. So we'll get into it, all that kind of good stuff. We got a full-blown packed episode to you, and it starts right now.
Ray Duggar.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rocky, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Super Davey Harley come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, Griff call out plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Griff be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
So, first of all, thank everybody for continuing to subscribe. Tell a friend, download, all that good stuff, man. I Hate the Homies is in your television screens, on your laptops, on your iPads, on your phones because of you, doggone it. All right,
You
man.
heard our new commercials on the radio? Are you doing a read for the new one?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, he's doing a read.
0842. Okay, we got a nice Amanda Seals long one now.
Yeah, man, we ain't
Good.
just we graduated. We ain't just one line no more.
Man, I was very don't listen to I Hate the Homies.
Normally it's
All
just
right.
two lines.
Top
Just
of
two
the
lines.
hour.
Yeah, like, man, we growing up.
I was very excited to
Well,
read
hold
that
on. They'll
this
put you
week.
back in your place. Hold on.
Exactly.
Let's not get carried away.
We won't get another one till April.
You already know. So let's get going, man. College football playoffs happening. Dave, I know you got the games. So you want to start with who all got the bye? Let's talk about who got the bye.
Before we get into the bye, because you picked Texas. Remember this.
I still got Texas.
No, I'm saying, but they lost twice
Georgia.
to Georgia.
They only lost.
Man,
The only losses,
You know,
the only two good games they had.
listen, let me tell you something, dog.
Here we go.
We do our best not to make excuses. And I'm not even going to
Straight up.
start.
Straight
But that
up.
doggone kicker, how you going to miss two? One of them was as a chip shot. And the other one, I'm like, come on, man.
Oh, you think that's where the game was lost? Because I think the game was lost.
If he makes those two field goals, Texas win the
But
game.
what I'm saying is 94 yards and penalties. It's almost like 12
Say that.
sacks.
Like,
12
say
sacks.
that.
12 sacks in 2 games
Exactly.
against Georgia. And then, 4 interceptions or 4 turnovers?
Yeah, leave that kicker alone.
Yeah, no,
they
it's
saying out loud.
They get
maybe
hit.
They should start Arch Manning in the playoff. I said,
they crying
don't
for him
do it
right
like
now. They
that.
crying for
I know,
Arch.
They are.
Now, look, I'm for that. I'm for that. Y'all know me. I'm in shoot. I'm a fan of Arch Manning.
Dabo want him to start too.
Arch is going, I ain't finna be captain save him. No, I ain't finna do that. We lost twice to Georgia. And them boys be hitting.
But that
Georgia
doggone-
was hitting, man.
The offensive line of Texas, I can't remember the brother that got jumped off sides like 9 times. Like, and he been doing it all
man.
season. Like, dude. Like,
Yeah,
Come back to haunt you. That's it. Against the better teams, against the weaker teams, you can get by that. But against the, I'm telling you, it's only two
Elite?
elite
The
teams.
Yeah, top 10.
Yes.
You can't.
I still got. I ain't changed my
No, I don't
my
want you
prediction.
to. That's good.
I still got Texas winning the
Okay.
whole thing.
I think it starts there because before we get into what the selection committee had on Sunday, what I was thinking about was even after watching Oregon against Penn State
Yeah.
and Georgia against Texas, it's really not a contest. To me, those are the two best teams in college football. And Georgia's been that way for the last 4 or 5 years.
They had the last 4 or 5 easy.
Easy.
And now
The only
we
competition
see
was
Oregon,
Alabama.
Right. And now you got a team, Oregon, that nobody outside the West Coast knows, who, didn't get a lot of TV. And now they're the only undefeated team in the whole CFP, the college football playoffs, so big shout out to Oregon and everything they doing, and their quarterback is up for a Heisman, so it's not all unbelievable.
And Georgia going in with a backup quarterback who I'm not. I get it. He's kind of he's a different.
They played for him, man. You got to admit they did.
Yeah, but
I don't think if Carson Beck played that game, I think Texas had a shot to win it. Once homeboy came in, it juiced up everybody else. They knew they had to be on top of their game to help this young guy out.
We're gonna find out. I mean, I'm a fan of backup quarterbacks in college football because sometimes the backup is better than the starter. But I'm not so sure about this one.
Well, everything didn't start on, like I said, Sunday. Saturday night was the last game with the ACC championship game. I was for sure Alabama was going to get in. We'll get in there in a few minutes, but
I was glad they did, and I was glad. And Michigan play Alabama now in the ReliaQuest Bowl, New Year's Eve in Tampa or something, and Alabama coaches is screaming. But guess what? This is a whole new system. Everybody don't love Alabama like they thought. And if you wouldn't have put SMU in, over Alabama, unlike the coach saying that would have been a tragic or travesty or something.
The only way they got in because of the way they played in that fourth quarter.
Agreed.
Because for three quarters, Alabama was in. It was 24-7.
Yep.
With Clemson,
Alabama was in
they,
for real.
They had to show
going crazy in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, they had to go. They had to do a good showing for them to impress that committee. But that fourth quarter was amazing for SMU. They finally woke up.
They got it right.
They finally woke up.
They got it right. I mean, Alabama should not be in the doggone playoffs. So anybody that don't agree with that, quit crying.
3 losses.
Quit crying.
So everything came down
right
on Sunday, and this was their rankings, not the playoff rankings, just the rankings so far. You had Arizona State. I told you about them. I told you about that scatter boot.
Let me just tell you, you did, and being from Cali. Arizona State ain't never had no football.
They got hot, man. They got hot at the right time.
They treated Iowa State like a doggone
stepchildren.
JV B team.
So Alabama didn't lose their spot in the rankings. They're still number 11. SMU were number 10. Boise State at number 9. Indiana 8. Tennessee, Ohio State 7 and 6. Notre Dame. Remember we were talking about them when they lost to Northern Illinois?
Yeah.
We thought Homer was going to get fired. I mean, it looked like it at one point to lose to Northern Illinois. Now he's in the playoffs.
Come on now.
Penn State, number 4. Texas, 3. Georgia and Oregon rounded out at 1 and 2.
But which one are you? What are you reading? Because the one I got is Arizona State's number 4 now.
No, that's the playoff bracket.
That's the bracket.
It's so confusing. That's the whole point. That's why I read that part first.
Thank you.
Yes,
okay, I don't understand. I don't want to be. Make me a number and let me stay that number. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't say I'm number 4 and number 8. That's dumb.
Yeah, that's one of the things they're saying they got to change for next year.
They're going to have to fix that, dog. Yeah.
That's why they had to put SMU in, because no matter what, they played one more game than Alabama, which was their ACC title game, the conference game. Even if it had to have a good showing, but even if they win that football game, Alabama would have been. They probably still would have been in because Clemson and Alabama had the same record at that particular time. But
listen, though, remember when we talked about this whole thing, how excited we were about who was good? You know, Rock last year, Rock was like, man, now you're going to have these teams. And we was like, it ain't going, they not going. And then we got Indiana's, SMU's,
Boise State,
Arizona State,
State.
Boise State's in this thing,
And
dog.
so let's start with the
What
buys.
about Arizona State with a bye?
Yeah, with a
Arizona
bye.
State and Boise State with buys, dog.
Arizona State, Boise State, Oregon got the overall number one seed, and Georgia all got buys the first round. Let's go one at a time to the matchups, man. Let's start with Clemson and Texas.
I believe that Texas is going to run over Clemson. And because they need to. Everybody's not believing in them no more. Georgia.
I told you guys that.
Georgia took their soul.
The defense is okay for Texas, but that offense has been questioned the last few weeks.
But why, dude, is falling apart at the end of the season? Ewert, like,
because you know why? I'm gonna tell you why.
He was a Heisman candidate. Week 4.
But what helps a quarterback? What's the biggest thing that helps a quarterback other than the offensive line?
Oh, I was gonna say the line,
the running game,
the running game.
Oh, the running game.
And against Georgia, you don't have a running game. Once they make you one-dimensional, and once a team can make you one-dimensional and make that quarterback beat you, you're going to see all his flaws that come out. And I think that's what we're seeing with Quinn now.
Well, here's the first time that I'm noticing Quinn, even when he was a freshman and sophomore, he didn't have deer in the headlights. But against Georgia, he started playing nervous. His eyes was all bugged out.
You would too.
Because he having bad dreams. Yeah, you would too if them boys
I'm like, this ain't the same Quinn. I'm like, Quinn, you was a dog as a freshman. You was fearless as a freshman.
They was coming at that man at all sides. It was
bad.
Bro.
I said, calm down, relax, man. Listen, man, here's what I think gonna happen with this Clemson-Texas game. If Texas get off strong and they build a nice little lead, Quinn's going to be fine. If for some reason Clemson jumps out on Texas and they get a lead,
10-3,
they bring Arch in the second half.
I think this is the key for the Clemson game. Clemson.
Well, who you got in the game now?
I got Texas.
I got Texas.
And the only reason I have Texas in this game because Clemson, what they showed me against SMU, when you got a 24-7 lead, what you're showing is you don't have a running game to take time off the clock.
Slow it down. Yeah,
you let them back in the game, and that's going to be the key. They will be able to run the ball against Clemson. Clemson has a pretty good defense, but I don't think it's Texas-style defense in that Georgia realm of defenses. But I got Texas in this game. I don't think it won't be close.
The second game I'm excited about. We watched Ohio State completely fall apart against very unranked Michigan.
And we ain't seen them since.
And now they got to play Tennessee. Now,
at
Tennessee
home.
ain't never been. No. They in Columbus.
No, I'm saying they're playing at home, which is going to be even tougher because people still have that bad taste in their mouth about what happened 2 weeks ago.
They so mad at that coach, dog. But who do you replace him with? His record really is like 46-4 or something. Like you can't just. But I mean, we don't care. He can't beat Michigan. That's what we know. But I think Ohio State will beat Tennessee, but I don't think it'll be easy. And I think they're gonna have to put up numbers. They're gonna have to go hard because whoever wins that game plays Oregon in Oregon, and they just waiting.
And that's the sad part about it.
Oregon hope it's Ohio State again.
And that's why the system is kind of flawed because
you got to play teams 7 times.
Well, no, you go 13-0, and out of the brackets, you're getting the hardest bracket. Oregon is.
Agreed.
You go 13-0. Normally, you look at the NFL.
Supposed to be in that Indiana Notre Dame bracket.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
But that kind of make it fun too, though.
I mean, they got to work for it.
While you sitting there waiting, while you sitting there waiting, it ain't no cakewalk.
I think Tennessee gonna walk in there and beat Ohio State, son.
I'm kind of with you.
I think Tennessee gonna beat them boys.
I do too. I don't trust Day. I just don't. I think he coaches conservative. And the one game he kind of showed me that he wouldn't be conservative is the game 2 years ago against Georgia. Remember when he had C.J. Stroud and they played him close and they were putting points up. They missed that field goal at the end to win that game. He plays like he's afraid to let it go. You got some of the best talent. You paid almost $30 million in talent. And you're not even using
it.
He
started
overcoaching.
You gotta let them boys play, man.
He coached like Mike McCarthy, your boy, Dallas Cowboys.
I agree.
Tennessee gonna beat them boys.
You know he happy when he got Detroit. Detroit is happy.
Come on, baby.
At the top right now.
We ain't gonna get to that.
While we talking about Dallas and Cincinnati, I watched the game on Disney Plus where it was cartoons.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was Bart Simpson and Bart Simpson was getting interceptions and Lisa was running it in for the dog. I enjoyed that game so good. And then they said that Joe Burrows had got robbed while he was playing that game. And I'm saying to myself, didn't dude just buy the Batmobile?
The tumbler, man. I was jealous, too.
1 of 10, $3 million, 2.9 for the Batmobile, and you robbing Batman. Rumor has it the burglars is either the Penguin or the Joker. Okay, let's go back to the...
You got to slip that in.
What happened? Okay. What's going on here, man?
So who you got? You got Tennessee or Ohio State, girl? Yeah, which one?
I mean, I'm going with Tennessee, dog. I'm going to never root for Ohio State, whatever.
Now let's get to the easy bracket. My God. That was the hard bracket. SMU, Penn State.
Come on, them Mustangs finna trample all over Penn State, dog.
Trample is strong.
Come on, that's
SMU finna say, you know what? Okay, y'all finna show. Y'all finna see why they got it right. Y'all finna see why they got it right.
Strong,
okay, yeah, they gonna lose this game. Who has the better talent?
They gonna beat Penn State, dog. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna go to the extreme and say it's gonna be a blowout, but they gonna beat them. They're going to beat them by more than like 10 points, something like that.
I got the Nittany Lions.
You give me that.
And let me tell you something.
I don't trust Franklin.
It's in Penn State.
Yeah.
That's the number 2 venue in the country, dog. That's a hard venue to win in.
SMU is the team that nobody wants to see right now.
SMU play in front of 30,000 people. They're not going to be excited about this 100+.
You better ask somebody.
And then Indiana and Notre Dame.
I'm going with Indiana.
Now, you know what? Me too, dog. Because this reason alone, they in-state rivals.
Yep.
They in-state rivals. Actually, Indiana's real rival is Purdue. They hate Purdue. But Notre Dame has been treating them like garbage for decades. And Notre Dame and Indiana, that's a great matchup because either one of them can win, but I got Indiana. I'm still pushing the Indiana Cinderella story.
So are we just doing this first round? That's it?
Yeah, we just do the first round. Next week we come back.
Okay.
And go with them next 4.
And you know the other thing I hate about what we're watching with college football too, and I don't like the system we're in now, and I'm pretty sure in 2 years they're going to go to 14 or even 16 teams, which is going to water this whole thing down. That's
going to be a lot.
That's too many. This is too many. I told you who are the 2 best teams in college football, and it's Georgia and Oregon. And that's what I want to see.
Texas, dog.
We saw Texas against Georgia. I don't want to see that again.
Come on, dog.
I don't want to see that.
Georgia ain't
I
gonna
don't want to see that again.
You ain't got to worry about it because Texas is going to be there.
He riding with his guy.
Come on, man.
I don't know what the perfect system is. And I wanted to get into this because
it's the money, dog.
It's always going to be the money.
That last year.
Yeah.
Last year we talked about this. You know, of course it goes back to the Cotton Bowl and all those other ones after these first 2 rounds. But when you add another, so it's 12 teams. Now that would have been cool. Remember we were saying, well, how they going to make another Fiesta Bowl and all that? Well, how they eliminated that is they let people play at home. So for the first time, you know, Notre Dame, Penn State, Ohio State, Texas, they playing home playoff games. That's dope for the alumni and the students. You get to see them. You ain't got to go to Arizona or somewhere to go watch them play. So to me, that's fresh.
I'm about to say something that's going to throw y'all off.
Let me hear.
As if I've never done that before.
Yeah, I was about to say. Mute his mic now.
He said mute it.
I'm not going to make this one of my bold predictions.
Oh, my God. I didn't know you was going there.
I'm not going to make this a bold prediction.
Okay.
But I am going to say, can you imagine if Texas and SMU made it to the national championship game? Because they're on opposite sides of the brackets. Can you imagine?
I ain't got that magic. And that won't
Yeah,
happen.
I don't. I would not like to have that hypothetical with you. You would.
I would love to see
You
that,
would
dog.
love it,
Yes,
and
sir.
you would probably love if the Lions could play in the college bracket too.
Yes, sir.
And see, we're getting going crazy over these teams, especially the lower teams like SMU, Boise State. We can go down the list. Indiana, and Nick Saban said
you
this
a
on
lower
Saturday.
team, but you got to buy.
You got to buy, but I'm saying what Nick Saban said is true, and I said this the whole entire season. What needs to be in factor too is the strength of schedule. They got to do something about these not just conference games, but these conferences, because now you got like 16, 18 teams in the conference, and some of these guys are not seeing the top talent or top teams. Look at Texas this year. They didn't play South Carolina, LSU.
Oh yeah,
Alabama.
They only
They only
just
played
a little
Georgia.
bit in
That
the
was
SEC.
it, and they lost both
they
times to them.
They just a little bit in the SEC. You got a bunch of
And that's
oof.
they got to figure this out. I don't know if we go back to what we had before when you had, well, even last year, where you had the East and the West in the SEC or the Big Ten, the same thing. I think we need to go back to something like that, where some of these teams.
Well, they stopped it because they too big. So now the Big Ten,
And that's the problem.
was split,
That's the problem,
and now
Griff.
they just taking the first two teams.
I got a solution. Eliminate non-conference games. Just go right into your conference.
Yeah,
the whole season should be conference games because it's so big.
Absolutely agreed.
Yeah,
So,
and I agree with that, because
I'm
even
not mad at that.
Nick said this, and he was wrong for this. Nick Saban said this on the telecast Saturday. He said that the strength of schedule played a factor, but some of these teams are going to stop scheduling non-conference games because it's going to affect them down the line.
Yeah,
but
but remember when they was paying FAMU?
Yeah.
You don't get to, Penn State don't get to put 80 on FAMU and give the HBCU $1 million, because now that drops your strength of schedule.
But what I'm saying is Nick shouldn't have a beef, because Alabama lost to who? They lost to
The
SEC.
Commodores?
They lost to the SEC teams, not non-conference teams. They lost to SEC, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. Who's the other?
Nick Saban is saying, don't talk to me when y'all talk about Alabama. I won championships. Leave me alone. I don't like this new system, and I don't play for Alabama no more.
I think they still, there's some glitches there. I think we'll get through this season and we try to figure this thing out, but why can't we just do like the NFL?
Dog, they're going to have to regulate this money. That's the bottom line. Because what's stopping you from paying to get, like, they're going to have to get, they're going to have to regulate this bread, dog. Like, for real. There's going to have to be a salary cap on these college boys.
I told you, they're pros now. Once you start getting,
once you get $1, you're a professional.
And this is what it makes it even worse right here, because I know college football is about money. But what happened on Monday? What opened up on Monday?
What?
The transfer portal.
Oh, yeah.
Not the end of the season.
Right.
End of the season should be after the bowl games, right?
They opened up.
After the bowl games, right?
Yeah.
Because some of these teams, once these guys enter the transfer portal, some of these teams are going to bowl games. Mm-hmm. They won't have those players playing for them in that bowl game.
Wait a minute, really?
That's it. They're transferring. So they
So
don't get.
is the rule that if you put your name in the portal before the bowl game, you're ineligible? Is that how it works?
You got to finish
Yeah,
your bowl.
you're not with that team anymore.
But you can still play in the game if you want to, can't you?
No, you're not in that game.
No,
you can't
you're
play
not
the game.
with that team.
You're not with that team. You're transferring.
Yeah, that makes
Once you
sense.
enter the transfer portal. So
Yeah,
some of these
you're
teams you
done.
see in the bowl games that we're coming up to see,
They ain't gonna be fully stocked.
they're not going to be fully stocked. That's the sad part
and
about
that's
college
gonna
football.
change
And
a
that's
lot
why they
of
should get rid of
stuff.
the bowl games.
Well, they ain't gonna get rid of the ball game.
I'm just-
they ain't
that's-
gonna get
That's a
rid
good
of the
point,
bowl
but that's
game.
money. That's all money.
I know it's money, but I'm saying you're watching mess, because you're not watching the same team that you saw for, 12 games during the regular season?
Right.
And then we get to the bowl games, now you got a whole different team.
Well, it's kind of like the NFL Pro Bowl. There's no, even though it's stars there, ain't no effort. That's why they moved it to a flag game.
The only thing I agree with, and I'll bring up his name, the only thing I agree with Deion Sanders about, he told his kids, if you're going to start something, you're going to finish. So if you're going to start the regular season with Colorado, you're going to play in that bowl game, no matter who you are, from Shador to Travis Hunter, because the one thing he did mention was, look what happened to Florida State. He didn't name the school. Well, we knew what he was talking about. Look what happened to Florida State last year. They were mad because they didn't get a chance to be in the college playoffs last season.
Nobody played.
Nobody played. And what happened this
cried.
season?
And then what happened to them this season?
They only won
looked
2
like
games.
They was in the playoffs last year.
Yes. So I agree with Deion on that. That's the one thing I agree with them on.
I don't agree with Deion on one thing. He just told the Raiders they need to take both his sons. Now, that Shiloh kid, let me tell you something. That Shiloh kid, maybe we could put him on a practice squad, but he's not that fresh.
He's not that good. I told you that.
Yeah, and maybe if we got a 13th round pick or something and we already full and Deion is, but overall, Shiloh going to be one of them people eating popcorn for the whole weekend trying to, No,
he's going to be like, what's his name, brother? That plays for the Milwaukee Bucks, the Greek freak brother.
Oh, you talking about
his brother sitting on the bench.
But he there.
He there. But I'm just saying, I don't think Shiloh. I can see Shiloh squad till he gets sweet.
Yeah, I can see him, making a roster, being third string or something, and just gradually by year 3 or 4 of his career.
You still got the name.
Yeah.
By year 3 or 4,
he'll come in.
I think he'd be good year 3.
He got the name, but he
year
better
3,
start.
depending. But you know who got a name who ain't getting no love, dog? McCaffrey, the brother, played for he a wide receiver for the Redskins or the Commanders. Christian McCaffrey, baby brother. He went to Rice.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he went to Rice? Dude over there casually putting up numbers for reals.
He nice, man. He nice. That's that pedigree right there, dog.
Yeah, it
yes,
really
indeed.
is. And then they say it's from the mama, because the mama went to Stanford too and was all athletic, everything. Soccer,
I always got to say it's from the
volleyball.
mama. We have a part in this. I mean, it is our.
It started somewhere.
I mean,
it started somewhere.
Ain't
I
it
was gonna say.
sweet? Ed, they say no. Even Ed McCaffrey said they get the speed from the mama because Ed wasn't fast,
but he had
just
them
ran
hands.
routes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he ran routes. Trust me.
They getting some out of my body going into her body. It plays a part in this,
sir.
You can say the bad joke
there's no proof. My body all over your body. Relax, keep sweating. Relax.
If you want to give birth to a football,
LSG.
have sex with David.
Relax, LSG.
Super Day.
Let's get into the Heisman Trophy candidates next.
Yes, sir. All right, 2024 Heisman Trophy finalists. Did I say that? Finalists. Candidates.
Say it all over again.
We rolling, dog.
And I ain't editing. No, you said 20 Heisman.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, dog.
I need people to pay attention.
Yes, sir.
Excuse his dialect.
We got the best running back in the country, Ashton Jeanty out of Boise State. We have Dylan Gabriel, quarterback from Oregon, who's on the, according to the record, best team in the country as of right now.
That's my quarterback.
Cam Ward, quarterback out of Miami. I think we all predicted that this was going to happen at the beginning of the season because he's a dog. And then, of course, two-way player, wide receiver, defensive back. Overall, in my opinion, best athlete in college football, Travis Hunter from the Colorado Buffaloes.
If Travis Hunter doesn't win the Heisman, I'm mad at my TV.
Yes, Travis Hunter, give it to him right now. And I know Super Dave don't agree with this.
Cam Ward was a hopeful until week 6 when we all start seeing that he was barely winning games with 30 seconds left. And 1 minute left.
Yeah, but he was putting up 40 points a game, almost 40 points. They ain't got to do with him. That's his defense.
This is a two-player race.
He's got off my list. The Dylan boy, okay, strong. That joystick, Madden 25 running back that Boise State has,
Jeanty,
unbelievable.
He for real, dog.
I watched him in the what was that? What is he in the MAC?
The MAC,
the
MAC championship.
Yeah, I watched the MAC championship, and he's really just unstoppable. Like I don't know how tall is he?
Especially he's unstoppable when you know that's where the
ball going.
That's where the ball is going, and they're stacking the line with 8 guys.
I watched him. Oh man, I watched him drag some dudes, and he does this thing where we used to practice. Remember at football, they would make you put your hand on the ground and then pick. He's really a running back that can get hit, put his hand on the ground and keep his balance. Yeah,
his yards after contact is incredible, man.
Look, man, Ashton Jeanty would win the Heisman Trophy if Travis Hunter wasn't in the category.
Okay, let me ask you this.
But remember when Troy Aikman and Rodney Peete was up for the Heisman Trophy, and they was like, "Oh, it's either going to be Troy," and then Barry Sanders won, and everybody
Barry
was like,
Sanders should have won that. What?
Well, I mean,
but why you're saying? I mean, I agree with Barry Sanders, but why were you going to say that about him, about Barry Sanders, and not Ashton Genty?
No, Ashton Genty is a dog. He cold-blooded. I'm not taking nothing away from his ability in his game, but Travis Hunter is gonna win it.
But I'm asking you why? Why should he win it? Not just being a great athlete. I don't care about the 130 snaps. Don't just throw that out there. No, because
I'm not throwing that out there. But you asked me a question of why do I think Travis Hunter?
Go ahead.
He's the best player in college football on both sides of the field. Now, let me break it down. Offensively, you've seen it time and time again. When he gets the ball in his hand, he's a playmaker. He makes things happen. He's unguardable as a wide receiver. On the defensive side, he's a shutdown corner. They don't throw his way too often. No. And it's back to the Deion Sanders example. Like, people say, Deion didn't have a whole bunch of interceptions when he played. They didn't throw his way too often. So it was like that with Travis. So you can't look at Travis Hunter from the statistical perspective on defense because they didn't throw his way often.
Okay.
Because he shut down that side of the field. Okay. Right? And when they did throw his way, he disrupted a lot of the times. He didn't have a whole bunch of balls caught on him, whatever. So on that note, man, it's like, dude, you got to give it to him. And at the third point is the point that you don't want me to make, but this is kind of the icing on top. He's playing 130 snaps in Division I football on a high level.
Yeah.
There you go.
Against subpar competition.
Don't matter.
Okay, but I
didn't know Genty was from Texas.
Yeah, he went to Frisco.
Yeah. I didn't know. Was he good like that in high school?
Yes,
sir.
Y'all
remember?
Good, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He's always been a dog.
So my whole point to counter that with what you said about Travis, I have nothing against Travis. I think he's a great kid. I think he's about football, which I do like that. He don't go out and party and he don't do all that other stuff.
His maturity.
He's about football.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going by the numbers, look what Ashton Genty did for Boise State. And his coach said this too. We are playing for a MAC championship, which they won against UNLV.
Mm-hmm.
Was Colorado playing for anything?
No.
Just a bowl game, right?
Right.
Now they're in the playoffs. Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
With a bye week. If you don't have Ashton Genty on that football team, everybody knows where the ball is going.
You ain't even in
the conversation.
You're probably a 500 team.
Right.
Or you're probably in the top 25 because they still got talent there. But he changes everything with that football team, especially when you know the ball is going straight to him.
Okay.
The numbers don't lie about him. He's first in almost every single area out there, from rushing attempts, rushing yards from scrimmage, rushing TDs from scrimmage, total TDs, every single thing you could think of for Ashton Genty, he's number one. When I look at Travis Hunter, he's not number one in anything.
Because I just explained to you why.
Because he plays 130 snaps.
And
hey, man, if Travis Hunter don't win the Heisman, people going to be pissed.
But, okay, well, are we going by the popular vote or are we going by the numbers?
I can care less about public opinion, but I'm just telling you, like, look, you can't lose either way. If Ashton is the winner, he earned it. Look, statistically, man, the dude, the best in the country. But it's not going to happen because of what Travis was able to do on both sides of the ball. It'd be different if he was dominant on one side and not dominant on the other. But he was dominant on both sides of the ball.
But he wasn't dominant. He was not in the top 5 of anything at receiving or touchdowns.
Okay.
Just if you want to go by the eye test, by what you see, but we're not going by that. We're going by the numbers.
But he wasn't also on the field offensively almost every play like Ashton was. Like he wasn't. And when they did throw his way, everybody knew the ball was coming. Let's use the same example. Everybody knew third down ball's going to Travis.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't do nothing about it. Double coverage, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, he got lit up sometime. Don't act like he didn't.
Oh, he got hit. Don't get me wrong.
He got punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, don't say it like
and still holding on to the ball.
And still, yeah.
He made incredible catches
where he was knocked out.
He made incredible catches from an incredible quarterback.
Man. Okay.
Incredible, because Shador should be in this mix too. If we're going to say this,
Let me tell you something,
Yeah,
man.
I hate that Shador wasn't in. Well, let me look.
but look at the numbers. Look at Ashton. So you can any other player from what we've seen in Alabama, and we can say because he was there in the Southeastern Conference (SEC), was Derrick Henry. He won it with lesser numbers than what Ashton has right now.
Right.
Who's my boy? You know, I can't think of. He's the other Alabama running back. I can't think of his name now. He's on Big Noon Saturday.
Played with the Saints.
Yes, I can't think of his name now. Yeah.
Yeah. Doggone it.
Mark Ingram.
Ingram. There you go.
Less numbers than what Ashton has right now. 344 carries, 2497 rushing yards, and 29 touchdowns. That's a Heisman. That's a Heisman trophy right there.
That's Heisman. That's Heisman numbers easy. I'm just saying the reason why I believe Travis Hunter is going to win is it's not about the numbers game with him. It's about him being so dominant on both sides of the ball and playing both ways on the highest level.
Answer me this, though. You said, okay, so Dylan Gabriel is in there. Mm-hmm. He got 3,500 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Shador got 3,900 yards, 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
You know why?
ain't he in it?
Because Oregon number one.
Oregon's number one. You got to get
Cam.
Yeah,
and Cam had better numbers
right.
than Shador.
Absolutely. And Travis is representing Colorado. You can. When was the last time you had 2 players from one team? Was that USC with Bush and what's his name?
Oh, and Matt Leinart.
Matt Leinart?
Yeah.
And then Cam only has 200 more yards than Shador and 1 touchdown more than Shador.
Better record. About 1 game. I'm just saying all that plays a factor. That's what they're looking at.
I understand. Okay, you're right. I get it.
Cam should be there. I just said if they had a 15.
Out of the 4 people, 2 people or 3 people are in the playoffs. 2 people.
If Travis Hunter wins on Saturday, I'm boycotting college football for the rest of the season because it's about popularity. Yes, it is. I'm telling you I will.
No, you ain't.
Yes.
You watching all the games. Grow up. The boycotting shit. You sound like a white lady right now. Grow up.
I'm boycotting.
I'm never coming back to this
be
Nordstrom.
serious, man?
I hate this Nordstrom. I'll never shop again at Nordstrom. Here go a Nordstrom card. Girl, I'm going Wednesday.
You must be out of your mind.
I hate y'all. I can't have a serious moment and y'all take it away from me.
But we understand. We understand.
Because it's about popularity. That's all it was.
Hey,
it's
man.
them pitching them. That's
the
fine.
Heisman comes
He's
down
supposed
to popularity.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So,
But
we
again, shout out to the young man for being mature. Way to go to Jackson. Way to go to Jackson with Deion and then leave and go to Colorado and get even better. You know, what a great guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say he's a great kid. He really is.
Yeah,
a great young man.
I don't really know nothing about. I learned some stuff about Ashton. Didn't know he played in Frisco. That's dope. I was just looking at his numbers in high school.
He played in Italy too.
He's a monster, right? His parents is military. He a military brat. Yeah, and I don't know nothing about Cam except that Cam Ward. He's going to be a great NFL player.
1 and 2.
When it's
1 and 2.
I mean, he's a senior. He's a senior. Do you rush out and get Cam Ward over Dart from Ole Miss or something? You know,
it's only, to me, if I'm an NFL owner right now, and it's only 2 teams that's going to pick in that top 2, and that's your team, the Raiders,
and the
Giants. Shador is going. If it's the Raiders, Shador is going number 1.
Yeah, Shador.
That's in the books.
Going number 1 if it's the Giants. Shador is the number 1.
I think the Giants would go for Cam. I think you can't go wrong with either way.
No, I don't think it's going to be awesome to see who's going to be the better one. Because remember, we always laugh. You was dope in college.
You remember Ryan Leaf?
To the league.
You remember Ryan Leaf and Peyton Manning, even
came to the league.
And there's been a whole bunch of busts.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of busts.
We're gonna find out. We'll find out. It's gonna be cool to watch, man. Let's jump on Caitlin Clark next. That came out the wrong way, didn't it?
Nah.
Let me rephrase.
You trying to go to jail?
According
No,
to
change.
Jamie
Let's talk about
Foxx' new special, no more
Caitlin
white
Clark.
girls.
We got 3 brothers on a white girl. We going to jail. What are you doing?
We are so in trouble, dog.
Let's talk
They don't
about
even want to hear our excuse, dog. We're getting maced and everything.
And me and Griff gonna blame it on you because you're the lighter one.
Hey, man.
Right.
We're gonna talk about Caitlin Clark next. All right, so just in case you've been up under a rock, WNBA star Caitlin Clark is the new Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, and she shook up the internet when she said, "I've earned and worked hard for everything that I've received, but
did.
as a white person, there is privilege. This league has been built on black players. The more we can appreciate that and continue to have brands and companies invest in those players will be amazing, and I'm going to use my platform to try to help make that happen." Facts.
Wow.
And kudos to her. I love it. Here's where
Wow.
the internet is messy. Half the internet says, "Ooh, she just lost half of her fans." And the other half is like, "Man, kudos to you. That takes a lot. That's respect right there."
It's respect because who she's been playing against most of her life.
Right. This goes back to the point I'm about to make. Now, she's not, first of all, kudos to her for not being afraid to speak up.
I
and
think
risk
that's very
losing.
dope. I think that's admirable. I think the whole league made it a black and white thing. She stayed out of it.
Well, they made it a
they made it. I know, but
Yeah.
but overall, they made it a black and white thing, and they
did.
know they did. And people was mean to her when she couldn't get the game. The game was faster than she thought for them first 6-7 games, and then when she picked it up. When she figured it out,
you
could see it.
It's like when everybody went to the Olympics and she didn't get a chance to go. She got her game together, got recharged because you're going from one season, which she was in the playoffs in college basketball.
Yeah.
Going straight to the NBA draft, WNBA draft,
And then you start your season.
and then you start your season.
Yep.
You have no time to even breathe.
And everybody else.
and that take up them 7 games.
Right, but here's the deal. When you are an elite player, you're elite for a reason. Even when you jump up to another level that's more competitive, it don't take long.
Yeah, don't take away your elite. Yeah.
It's just
you're
okay.
right.
It's like okay, I'm learning on the fly, but because you're elite, it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time.
You said that,
and she was able to do that.
You said that because I was one trying to hate at the beginning.
No, it is what it is, and
when
that's
she
the difference.
stumbled out the gate.
Yeah, that's the difference between elite and non-elite players. But listen, let me tell you, man. I've been watching this young lady play since she was 12 because y'all know my daughter Harmony been playing with and against Caitlin on the circuit in AAU since they were 12 years old.
Your daughter's a dog too. God, dog,
Your
man.
daughter.
Shoot.
I will be rocking your daughter's jersey. The first WNBA jersey I get, going to have
Preach on
Turner on the back of.
Yeah, me too.
How about that?
Man, we appreciate that, man. But Caitlin has always believed in her peers and her black athletes that she's played with. Like, she's always respected that, even when she was younger. So this doesn't surprise me at one bit.
She got my vote.
You know what I'm saying? So kudos to her, man.
I
love
need
it.
her to do something with her hair, though. She got
put some curls in it
She got
sometime.
way too much forehead meat. She got way too much forehead meat to be rocking it back behind her ears, looking like Wednesday from the
I thought it was just
Addams
me.
family.
I thought it was
I
just
get
me.
it. It's cool to wear it like that
her
on the
black
court.
friends at?
But off the
Dang, get a
court-
straw set.
But off the court, she doesn't wear it like that, right?
Yeah, she does. She wear it the
No,
same.
she wear it like that. That's year round.
Yeah,
dog.
man. She just take it out the ponytail.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on, Caitlin. Go to a black salon. They'll hook you up.
Now, if she does that, then she really impressed
They'll
me.
hook you up, man.
Just don't get the freeze.
Yes, sir.
That thing is over with. Some black women still want to do the freeze. Get rid of that freeze.
But for her
thing.
doing this, man, is going to help get so many of her black peers, and especially in women's, not only just women's basketball, but in women's sports. Like it's already shifting. Like money, fair pay is already shifting, and so it's just a matter of time, man. What?
NFL picks. We got to get to our NFL picks, too.
Okay, cool business. Yeah, it is. So let's make it poppin', man. So we'll clean this up real fast.
Okay.
I like it. Kudos to Caitlin Clark. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep standing for what you believe in. And that took a lot of courage for you to do that. So thank you for that. It is what it is. NFL picks happening now. Let's go get it popping. All right, Super Dizzle.
What happened last week? I know.
I took a picture of it. I can't find it. I don't know where it's at.
I know I was 14-2 the week before.
I went 15-1. Okay, thank you.
You went 15-1 last week?
Making up 15-1.
Okay, well, I probably was.
You already said 14-2.
No. Hold on. Let's go. No, I'm not going to let y'all do that at all.
Hey,
now,
man.
We don't have the paperwork in front of us, but
man.
we could look. We could look at some of these games.
I think we agreed on most of the games. That may be about right, because I think we probably disagreed on maybe one game.
Looking
that Rams Buffalo game. Because I picked the Rams in that game. That was a great game.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good game. The Falcons, I know I picked Atlanta. Both of y'all picked the Vikings. Who picked that Saints-Giant horrible game? What we say in that game?
I had the Saints.
New Orleans, yeah, we all picked New Orleans. We all picked the Eagles. Nope, you picked the Browns because you believed in Jameis.
Yeah, Rock
did.
You
say you? Yeah, Rock. You picked the Browns.
You like his speeches.
Yeah.
Who the Browns play?
What about that Seahawks? Did we all go?
Who did the Browns play?
The Browns played the Steelers.
I didn't pick the Browns.
Okay, well, we remember.
Ain't no way I picked the Browns.
What about Geno against Arizona?
Hold on, did you pick the Browns?
No, I didn't pick the Browns.
No,
I don't believe in James.
I'm about to say, don't lie now.
Okay, we'll get it together. We'll get that together. I think I'll make the pick for.
Let's go. Let's get going. Shoot.
It should be pretty good though, because I'm looking at it. We wouldn't have picked the Bears. I think I might have picked the Chargers. No, you picked the Chargers too, because you said this is gonna be their first.
Yeah, I picked the Chargers.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's get it going this week. We'll worry about this off.
Thursday night game. The Rams at the 49ers. A divisional game.
Hold on, let me write these down.
Debo is mad. He frustrated. He
deleted.
Well, they had a big
tweets.
win against Chicago over the weekend.
That's not a big win. It's Chicago.
It really was.
Come on, man.
But the way they were playing, the way 49ers were playing, they were playing bad football.
Hey, man.
Now they're back in the race.
What's the team?
The Rams and 49ers.
Everybody healthy over there?
Give me the Rams.
No running backs. Running backs are still down. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think they got too much going on in the locker room. Give me the Rams on that one.
Give me the Rams. The way they played the other day, I don't know if they can do it back-to-back weeks, but that offense was clicking.
They were.
And Puka.
That dude a dog.
I like that young dog. What college he went to?
Was it? It wasn't.
I gotta look
One
that
of
up.
them BYU, Utah State
San
ones?
Diego State or something.
Okay,
No one San Diego. Was it? No, it wasn't Las Vegas State either.
Man.
Anyways, yeah, he cold. It's almost like Cooper Kupp. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got them both out there.
Yes, sir.
I was looking up Puka, but I'll get to that later. Because I want to see. They said he was like 6. He's like 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
And on TV, he don't look 6'2".
He look like 5'10", maybe.
Yeah, he look a little small. But he can catch, man.
Yes,
God,
sir.
dog.
He run great routes.
All right, the Ravens at the Giants.
Oh, Baltimore.
Give me Baltimore.
Yep.
Rock Tees, Aaron Rodgers, Jets against the Jags. They're both 3-10.
Give me the Jets, baby. I'm back on the Jets bandwagon for this week only.
Give me Mac Jones.
Ooh.
The Jaguars. I don't trust Aaron Rodgers, and I still don't trust him.
I don't either, but I'm going this game.
The Cowboys at the Panthers. That was a tough loss for the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Give me Dallas.
Give me the Panthers.
What?
This dude.
Did you
I'm
watch?
giving them to you, too.
Okay.
I know, I watched it, but the Panthers almost beat Philadelphia.
I said, did you watch the game? And he was a catch away from scoring a touchdown, the winning touchdown.
The Eagles is so dumb. They arguing about who winning a close game.
And why can't I get the ball as a receiver? That's A.J. Brown.
Philly. That's Philly for you.
When you got the best running back.
That is Philly for you.
Oh, my God. The Commanders at the Saints.
Give me Washington.
I think Carr is out, too. I think he's hurt again. I think he's out. I think they put him on IR.
Who you want?
Give me the Commanders.
All right.
The Bengals at the Titans. Give me the Bengals. I ain't wasting my time on that one.
Right. Cincy.
Agreed.
The Chiefs at the Preacher. The Browns.
Oh,
Jameis Winston.
Kansas City,
Kansas
dog.
City.
Come on, Rock, pick him. You
No,
like?
sir. I like Jameis,
You
but
like his
messages. No, come on, man. He threw
Lord,
He's
can
gonna be
you
a
lick-
great
can you-
pastor.
He threw another interception or two last week.
Lord, can you deliver me from pick six? The God
And he
said, man.
didn't. And he didn't. He ain't even go to church. And he didn't.
He said, it's not me.
God
It's
said,
not
you've been
me.
doing this since Tampa. Don't do this to me. Give me the Chiefs. The Dolphins at the Texans. The Texans don't look the same as they
They
did last
don't.
season.
In
No.
the last 5 weeks, you're
No.
right.
Come on, man. Miami.
Give me
dog.
Houston.
Miami.
He said all that.
Give me Houston.
Give me the Dolphins.
All right.
The Colts at the Broncos. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Denver.
Sneaky
Ooh,
team, dog.
that
Sneaky.
Denver.
Them and the Chargers are the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got
with,
their
with
quarterback.
the same kind of coach.
Yep.
And the same kind of quarterback. Well, what's his name is proven in with the Chargers.
Yeah, Justin.
This Bo Nix dude.
He's coming along.
Jeez.
No, he playing his age finally. First couple games out the season, he was like, okay, but now he playing.
Grown man.
Patriots.
Who you got, Dave?
Give me the Broncos.
Okay.
The Patriots at the Cardinals.
Give me Arizona.
Arizona.
Give me Arizona. I want to save that game. Hold on. The Buccaneers at the Chargers.
That's gonna be a good
Buccaneers
one.
That's at SoFi.
Give me the Bucks.
That's gonna be a good. Is what's his name back? He been back. Wide receiver for the Bucks.
Mike Evans?
Yeah,
He's back.
Oh yeah, give me Tampa
me the
Bay.
Chargers.
Give me Tampa Bay.
You going Tampa?
Yeah,
I got Tampa
that's
too.
a tough one, man. Because Chargers. Hold on. Oh, any, mini, mighty, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. Chargers. I gotta change. Give me Chargers. They
Okay.
at home, man. Give me the Chargers on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
thinking.
staying
That's
with
the
the
only
Bucks.
reason I'm thinking too.
The Bucks are hard. I mean, the two teams that they did beat that I'm giving credit for, they beat Philadelphia. And the only loss for Detroit is by who? By the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
All right.
That's saying something.
The
And they ain't
Bills.
lost sense.
The Bills at the Lions.
That's gonna be a good game.
Josh Allen,
Give me
MVP right now.
Detroit. In
Josh Allen,
what up,
He's
though,
MVP.
nation?
That's gonna be a good game. Y'all know I'm gritty with my grit. Doggone it. Detroit! It's gonna be Buffalo, baby. Let's go. We ain't playing. We ain't playing.
Griff, you know I'm gritty with my grit. Is that what
Gritty
you
with
say?
my
The
grit.
Bills.
Gritty with
Who
my
you got,
grit.
Dave?
I got the Bills. The Bills.
That's gonna be out of the ones you done named. That's the best game.
That may be the Super Bowl right there.
Yeah, it could be the Super
I was
Bowl.
gonna say that.
Yep. The Steelers at the Eagles.
Pittsburgh, baby.
Sunday night game. No, it's Sunday.
Ooh, Sunday night.
No, it's Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon. Sunday.
Pittsburgh, baby.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I'm going just with the coaches. Mike Tomlin,
Yeah. I don't trust.
Sierra Husband.
I don't trust that coach for the Eagles, Sirianni. I just don't. I'm telling you, he's gonna screw it up for them.
He be winning and they hate him. Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh.
And they still had a
just
chance to
loses
lose. You just
spirit.
said it. They had a chance to lose to the Panthers last week.
It was close.
It was close.
Bryce Young was out there slanging that thing.
The Sunday night game. The Packers at the Seahawks.
Give me Green Bay.
Give me Gino.
I know they
In
got
Seattle on a Sunday night.
That's gonna be
That
it's
crowd
gonna
gonna be
tough.
crazy.
It's gonna be a tough one, but
Give-
give me Green Bay.
Give me Seattle.
All right.
And I have one more. Hold on.
One you said you was saving.
Oh, that was the Bills and Detroit. I went ahead and did that one. The Monday night game. It's a double header. And both games don't look good either. The Bears at the Vikings. Give me the Vikings.
Minnesota.
3 times the charm. Vikes.
And then a real ugly game. Y'all
The
might
Raiders
get y'all,
and the Falcons.
y'all might get y'all third win because what's his name? Cousins just throwing interceptions.
Man,
He's
gonna
giving
show
gifts.
out on his watch. Give me Atlanta.
Is who at home?
The Raiders?
The Raiders. Give me the Raiders. I want y'all to win so y'all can screw this whole thing about getting Shador.
We gonna get smacked. Kirk Cousins gonna come alive on it. First of all, we don't have a Desmond Ritter as our starter for the first time ever.
Yeah, give me Atlanta on that one. That's a tough one, but give me the
Give
Falcons.
me the Raiders, but I'm saying I want y'all
I
to
know
win.
why you picking them.
I want y'all to screw up on getting the number 1 pick. That's all I want y'all to do.
You're evil.
Either way, you get Cam Ward or Shador. I just don't want to see Shador with Tom Brady Because that was supposed to be a match made in heaven.
We need we let the Raiders turn around like the Lions. That's all I'm saying. The whole world gonna be happy if Vegas win.
The whole world is happy when the Cowboys win.
No, you're
look at the
happy
numbers.
and
No,
Dallas people is happy.
No, you better look at the numbers nationally. They game 2 weeks ago. They went on Thanksgiving Day. People went crazy for the Cowboys.
Hell, everybody watch TV on Thanksgiving.
I believe my gritty Detroit Lions have become the new favorite
Man, you better not.
darlings.
Of
The
what?
darlings of NFL football.
Okay.
I think everybody wants to see our Detroit Lions be
don't.
victorious.
No, they don't. And what's going to screw it up for y'all? I like him. I love him.
Don't say Dan Campbell. Man, come on.
Even in the game against
Dan
Green
Campbell
Bay.
going for it all fourth.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
That.
Everybody know it.
He like people online playing Madden.
And everybody know it.
And
never gonna
Griff, he going to get burned, I'm telling you.
He never gonna kick.
No, not this year, dog.
Okay.
I love it.
I ain't saying we cruising, but we winning the Super Bowl this year. Ain't nobody better than us. We ain't gonna pull
Kansas City's better than y'all.
No, they ain't. Please.
Don't go by the numbers because everybody want to keep saying Kansas City winning close games, but they've been doing that the last 5 years.
I'll take Detroit over Kansas City if they play 5 times in a row.
Kansas too.
You want to make the bet now?
Yeah. Well, what's the
No,
bet?
we are horrible bettors on I Hate the Homies. I just like to say that out loud. Awful gamblers.
Because of you.
Awful gamblers.
I mean, you sit up here when Michigan wins, you want to go on a screaming match and start saying all these things about other people.
And then I shut up slow. Leave me alone.
On that note, it's time to shut up. Get up out of here, man. Episode number 121. I Hate the Homies. Rock Teasy's who I be.
It's your boy Griff, a.k.a. Shut Up Slow, a.k.a. Mr. Go Blue, a.k.a. Raider Nation, and I Hate the Homies.
And it's your boy Super Dave. And if Travis Hunter wins that Heisman Trophy this next weekend, I am done.
You gonna be
I'm
Karen.
done
If
with
he
college
win, we
football.
calling you Karen next week.
Nah,
I'm done with college football for this season.
You got to run outside in a thong. Only.
I've done it already.
Bye, man. That's too much. Yeah, we out.
I hate the homies.